Hey guys, I know that we're halfway through third quarter by now, but I haven't yet filmed a second quarter review of my personal planner. So if you haven't seen my previous videos about this is a personal planner, which is like a personalized spiral bound planner book that you can order. And I've been using this one so far every work day in 2018. So I'm going to show you my April through June pages and show you kind of how I decorated them and how I'm using this planner. My style is really simple. I'm not into like covering the entire page with stickers and stuff, so I kind of make a color theme for each week and usually just use washi tape, sometimes use a couple other stickers as well, and really just kind of stick to that theme as far as like the colored pens that I use. So I'm just gonna flip through. So here's the first week of April, and you can see it's kind of a reds and pinks theme. I actually did something a little bit different this week. Usually I write all my appointments in black and I use some coordinating color for my other to-do lists and stuff. But for this week, I used pink for certain activities that I had to do on certain days, as well as like the title of the to-do section, and then red for all this other stuff. So that's just a little something that I did. Here's the next week, which you can see is more of a blue theme. These actually were some of the first washi tapes I ever got, and I kind of hate them, but I'll use them up. This is one of my favorite ones, just with like the little pattern mixing that was going on and the pinks in it. And these are also a couple of my favorite washis. These purple ones, of course, with purple coordinating pen. And now we're into May. So I have all these big stickers that I got when I started doing the Happy Planner, which it didn't really work out for me, just the layout of their pages. I'm not really, it doesn't really work for me as a like workday planner. So I have these big rectangular stickers, and so you'll see a couple of weeks I just tried sticking one of those on, and then I also had like this big flower sticker that I stuck, and this one about big plans. Here's another week where I tried using up some of those other stickers, and then this Mother's Day one was actually from a different set of stickers that I have. I'll see if I can find where that came from and put a link down in the description, but this obviously was a green week. And now we're into some pinks and greens again. I really like this paisley washi tape, that's really fun. And this is one of my favorite combinations, this wide tape with the big triangles, and there's a little bit of gold foil, and then this tape has like little small triangles, but they color coordinate really well. I don't think they came together. And also you can see it's another week where I used two different colors. So I used blue for some certain things that were happening on each day and my notes on each day, and then my little to-do lists I did in red, since both of those colors are covered in this washi tape. I should explain the way that I make these notes. I write out my daily appointments in black ink every day, and then as those appointments occur, I check them off, or if they get canceled or rescheduled, I X them out and make a note of when they were moved to. And then I obviously don't do it for every appointment, but if there is something to make a note of, some kind of outcome or decision or some action I have to take, I do make a little note here. And actually that's come in really handy, because we have to do these like weekly listings of what we've accomplished during the week for our management now, and it's nice to be able to go through and like, if it was a big project I was doing, I know that it was something that I made a checkbox for, or if there was some important meeting, I know that I made a note. So this actually made my weekly accomplishments a little easier to track. Now this was Memorial Day, so I had a whole day to leave empty since I just use this for work, so I used a couple of these big stickers. And now we're into June. So again, I used one of the rectangular stickers from Happy Planner, and this little note sticker, and then otherwise I just kind of picked blue since that was in this one to use as my pen color for the week. This was a hot pink and red week. Here's another one where I used one of those big rectangular stickers. They fit pretty well if you put them on the weekends, again, since I'm just using this for my work days. It works out well. And actually I believe I was off this day, so that's why I put a piece of tape across there. And now we're up to the end of June, so this is actually a really pretty tape and I don't use it that often, but it's like a, I don't know, pea green background with sort of teal flower buds or something, and then I had this really skinny teal washi, so I used that along the bottom here to kind of separate my to-do list area. So that's the end of my second quarter, so I'm not going to go any further. You'll have to come back if you want to see third quarter, but I did just want to kind of review again, if you hadn't seen before, how I'm really using this book. I use it for work exclusively. The only non-work activities that I write on it are like if I'm doing something in the evening that I need to make sure I'm out of the office by a certain time to get to, and then like I said, I write down my appointments and I actually write them every day, like one day at a time. So, you know, this afternoon I'll put in tomorrow's appointments, just because things get scheduled at the last minute or moved at the last minute. It really doesn't make sense to like write a whole week's worth at once, because they're gonna change. They're definitely gonna change. That's just how it is where I work. And then, like I said, I check them off as they happen. I make myself a little note, and then I do put some to-do notes with little checkboxes on specific dates. These are really things that need to happen that day. And then kind of along the bottom here, I have my to-do list for the week. It's sort of my ongoing running list, and you'll see a lot of things carry over from week to week. And so actually what I started doing, I believe this is like a bullet journal style. I'll X it off if it's something that I actually did. But if it's something that I'm going to move forward to the next week, I draw a little arrow on it instead. And then actually if it's something that's getting canceled, which I'm not sure, well, here's one where I cross the whole thing off, but usually what I would do is just draw a line through the box, not an X or an arrow. So that's kind of how I've been tracking these to-dos, and like I said, it's really been helping with my weekly list of accomplishments that we need to provide our management. So overall, I'm really enjoying using this planner. I get lots of nice compliments on it, and I keep it sitting out at my desk, and it's a nice, fun, colorful thing that people can see as they walk by. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my personal planner. Again, if you haven't heard of Personal Planner, I'll put a link to that as well. They are a Swedish company and they do totally personalized interiors. You can choose the layout as far as how many days are on a page, and what kind of format, if you want vertical or horizontal, if you want the weekends bigger or smaller. You can choose the colors, and so I just kept mine really plain and just did everything gray inside, because I knew I wanted to be able to decorate each week myself and kind of choose a color theme for the week. And you can choose like what modules are here in the bottom, so I really didn't pick any. I just leave this blank and add my own to-do list, but there's all kinds of different formats you can put in there, different little note sections. I believe, yeah, I just have blank pages in the back, but you can put different types of lists or reference materials or things in the back, so it's really customizable. The covers, of course, can be customized front and back, and you can add notes, you know, personal appointments. You can upload a whole list of birthdays of everyone in your life, so it's very personal, and hence the name Personal Planner. So I've really been enjoying this. I hope you enjoyed this little tour through my book of the last quarter, and I hopefully will see you before the end of the year to show you my third quarter planner. So hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you love these sort of organizing things and paper things, and I'll see you next time.